Okay, welcome back to contact lens inventory in Optiport. And now we're going to start talking about using inventory with Optiport and creating purchase orders to help automate things. The first place to look, and there are other training videos about purchase orders, but we're going to get into the purchase orders here as well. And we're going to access purchase orders from File, Inventory, Purchase Orders. Now you can also create purchase orders from an order, which we're going to do primarily in this video. But I'm going to bring over this purchase order, this example, just to let you know of the sources of what can generate a purchase order or lines within one purchase order. You can use a source of order, reorder point, and user, as you can see here. Order is obviously when a line or a purchase order is generated directly from an order or multiple orders. You can generate a purchase order from a reorder point, so that if you create a purchase order, or if you're an existing purchase order that you are creating from an order, let's say, when you click on auto create, what's going to happen is if you designate in your inventory reorder points, i.e., a threshold where you don't want your inventory to get any lower so that you would want to order more, and if you designated that as, say, one item, well, My Vision Express is going to keep track of your inventory, obviously, so that when you're in your purchase order screen and you auto create, it's going to bring up all the items that have exceeded that threshold and then order what you designate as a max point. And we'll demonstrate that eventually too. And you can also select user, or you can see user displayed if you are creating a on the fly purchase order, if you will, that you've just by your own judgment decided that you want more contact lens items in this case. So we're going to go ahead, we'll get back to this right now. We're going to create a quick order. And as you can see, here is the quick order, and we're going to select a patient. And we're going to go to Liza Adams. All right. Now for order, we're going to select soft contact lens. And I'm going to keep the prescription fields blank by explicitly saying a prescription. It's going to narrow down our options of our inventory and filter that. And just for demonstration, I'm going to keep that broad. So by clicking that ellipses, by the way, that's what's allowing me to browse into my contact lens inventory. And from here, I'm going to select this item. And these are all the different configurations of that item. And we'll just pick this one. Now you'll notice right here that it's My Vision Express is telling us that we have no more of these on hand. And this is exactly when you could either create this purchase order right here and now, or as I can show you later, you could set it to order. And if you saved this later at the end of the day, if you wanted to create one purchase order for all the orders you've done in that day, there you would be able to generate like a batch PO. But here we're going to do this one. So I'm going to go ahead and equalize this so that we're getting the exact same item for the other eye. And I'm going to select order as well. Okay. Now instead, earlier we sent straight to Optiport, but I'm going to create a PO. And before I do that, I'm going to show the feature again of being able to ship to the address we wish. This pulling from the patient's primary or billing or shipping address. Selecting a custom, we could provide a customized address that might not be available, or we could send it to a specific location of ours. We'll go ahead and select primary, and we're going to now create the PO. We are going to now designate the supplier as Optiport, and the PO screen comes up, and you can see the supplier populates, and you can see these items as well are now directly from the order. This source is order, and it even tells you the order number here. And from here, we click Create PO, and this brings out our printable order, purchase order, if we wish to document this. I'm going to click on the Optiport control, and this is going to go through the portal onto their network, and in a moment we'll go back on their website and see that it was received. So it's now transmitting this and sending it, and it was successful, and it sent it to Optiport. So this was Liza Adams, and she is going, we have sent an order for some AccuView contact lenses. So let's bring over the portal right now for Optiport and sign in. And we will double click on ready for supplier processing. And you can see that this was the order that we submitted. It even has the shipping address right there. And we can expand this order and see that the AccuView is there and the order was successful. Okay, again, that was very similar to sending it directly to lab, but that was for the sake of showing how to create a purchase order. In the next couple videos, we'll do that in multiple different ways, batching a purchase order, adding to the purchase order from either a different order or from something on the fly that you wish to choose, or having a reorder point.